Hello there once again. Thanks for watching DWP Corruption Co UK. My name's Alan Darby. I'm a member of the group, which says it as it is. We're up front, in your face or in their faces. No messing around. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It's as simple as that. You either believe us. If you don't believe us, look at all the evidence we show. Job done. I'd like to start off by introducing my case to you and how you can access all the evidence. At the bottom of the DVDs, when you play the DVDs, you will see the evidence as referred to, and it's unmistakable. It's there, it's in black and white, it usually comes from them, it's not made up, it is the truth, 100% guaranteed. I'd like to start off with there's a change of circumstances in my case, because after 20 years of cover up with the Warwickshire Police, fabricating money laundering, covering up a murder of Stephen King, I'll put it in the hands of the Staffordshire Police, because the murder was committed in the county of Staffordshire by prison officer Andrew Brown. I've just received the information that Leslie Brown, his father, died 15 months ago. I didn't know. I spoke to his wife yesterday, which is Good Friday, and she told me he was dead. So we have the statements of Leslie Brown. The evidence it doesn't alter the evidence and the facts, because Leslie Brown made statements, signed it, and a copy has been sent to the Chief Constable, and a copy of that is the letter dated, which is available to see. It's dated the 15th of the 12th 06, and it's a matter of public interest to be made public on the 20th December at the open public meeting at North Warwickshire Borough Council. The evidence of which will be displayed below. You can read the full statement of Leslie Brown. The other document is a claim number that was used when there was laundering stolen money in the Birmingham County Court's act of treason involving senior police, Mike O'Brien the MP, the solicitors that we referred to earlier on, that was associated with Martin's case, associated with, I said, not involved, but the association is there, and that is the document claim number BM200413 in the Birmingham County Court, and that is there. Now, those are the two prime pieces of documented evidence that I gave when I made laid criminal evidence to the Warwickshire Police. I included those two documents, but the police wouldn't accept them off me. And I was contacted by Detective Chief Inspector Selwyn Burton, who told me that two officers were dealing with the case. And I've got a letter off him which changes the whole complete concept of the investigation, or the laying of the criminal information, because it's nothing but a pack of lies, and he's attempting to use the evidence that North Warwickshire Police used, and was accepted by the IPCC, and concluded that there was no evidence to substantiate any allegations that I was making. And the letter is from the Staffordshire Police, dated the 6th of April, and it's there. You can see the date. Now, the letter states: Dear Mr Darby, regarding the allegations you have made in recent correspondence to the Staffordshire Police and to the police officers who visited you at your home, and also to myself in a telephone conversation today, I write to inform you that an investigation is taking place which involves a number of inquiries which will take some time to complete. We will need to speak to you yourself again in due course, and officers will contact you to make an appointment. The officers leading this investigation is Detective Inspector Stephen Burton. Note the name, Detective Inspector Stephen Burton, from Trent Valley Division CID. The disturbing part of the letter is this: please do not contact the Chief Constable's office with regards to this inquiry, as they do not possess any papers or allegations, and merely refer the matter back to myself. At the conclusion of the investigation, I will write again with the findings and the decision. The inquiry will be completed as quick as possible. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the inquiry is completed, but this letter is signed by Selwyn Burton, Detective Chief Inspector. Now, the bloke who is telling me is running the investigation is Detective Inspector Stephen Burton. And the bloke who wrote this letter is Selwyn Burton, Detective Chief Inspector. They're either brothers or they're a double act, yin and yang, lol and nod, call them what you want. Charlie and Chaplin, I don't know. I've never seen the bloke who's supposed to be in charge of the case, only his two clown police officers, CIDs, who were nothing but a pair of idiots, a pair of liars like this guy is, which I told him. And I was delivering a hand-delivered letter yesterday to the Chief Constable in none other than Staffordshire. I took the time off, it took me all day, bus journeys and train journeys, and I delivered it to be presented to the Chief Constable on Tuesday when he returns off his holiday. Now, when he turns around and said documentation, they wouldn't accept any documentation. When the two coppers came to my house, introduced themselves to me, although I'd asked the Chief Constable's secretary to tell them to put it in writing and give me a date, they didn't. Yet it refers to they will make an appointment with you. So he's trying to cover up the tracks. Now, don't tell the Chief Constable. The Chief Constable wasn't there, so I spoke to the Deputy Chief Constable's secretary, PA, and she says you've done the right thing by informing the Chief Constable. You are taking the right process. I've accused him of trying to use the Warwickshire Police evidence. He's got no evidence. He's investigated nothing. Leslie Brown's dead. The two clown police officers who are in charge of it, CID, Phillips and Pidcock, went and seen Mrs. King, David King's mother, the man I said was murdered by Andrew Brown, and all they asked her was, is David missing? He's been missing for 12 years. They didn't ask her about the mortgage that David got when he was 17. Now that is part of the proof to associate the murder with the perpetrators of the murder. They didn't ask, did your son get a mortgage when he was 17? Then they went to the daughters, and when they introduced themselves to the daughters, they virtually give my character, they assassinated my character. They said I make wild allegations against different people, go on demonstrations down London, accusing everybody of all kinds of things. So they're not investigating nothing. If Leslie Brown is dead, they can't investigate him. Yet the body is associated with Mr. Leslie Brown. But his son, they can investigate his son. His son lives in Wales. The person I said that killed David King lives in Wales. That is Andrew Joseph Brown, ex-prison officer at Winton Green. Now, he was given £600,000, the evidence of which is in this claim. The solicitor were dealt with in Warwick Crown Court for stealing £5.4 million. Leslie Brown was not charged for any offence. Yet 2 years later, he pops up in Birmingham Court because the civil court was instigated to be a kangaroo court by the likes of O'Brien, the Law Society and the Warwickshire Police, and the solicitors that we make reference to in other DVDs, so I won't go down that line. But paragraph 24 in this statement of claim made by the solicitor's partner who got sent to prison for 5 years, he makes a statement, and Leslie Brown admits, Andrew Brown admits to receiving £600,000 in this document. It is horrendous. It's acts of treason instigated by a minister of Her Majesty's government, Mike O'Brien. Mike, you're a thief and a liar. You're not going to get out of this one, my mate. Now, the Staffordshire Police. I'm relying on the Chief Constable to take control of this, who is Mr. Christopher Sims, OBE, MA, MBA. He's an Oxford taught person. He's an Oxford graduate. He's the Chief Constable of the Staffordshire Constabulary, who in June or July is being promoted to run the West Midlands Police, the second city police force. And I hope before he moves that he's going to resolve this corruption that involves his officers attempting to use evidence which was given to him by the Warwickshire Police. He has documents, but he's come from the Warwickshire Police, nowhere else. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the evidence.